Yes, massive wagwan. Andrew Robinson, Jamaican brother there. Reaching out to all the massive on the African continent. And introducing to the Pan-African Bliss Show with your host, none other than Joby. From Monday to Friday. Stay tuned. Andrew Robinson.
Gozi yake na vomitamete kama shima hivyo nazani na kutamani nipe trace zaidi vile na uharania kila vio kampani na machache ya kukuambia I'm trying to find me a wife. You look just like her type. You look like just my type. Swear this love is first sight. Cause you are such a beautiful woman. Woman. Could you be my woman? Woman. Mzuri kama kachoro kubwa kama dodora I'm tryna make you mine. Na hizo pozi zake kamudori anavyojishaua. Nishajaribu kupapasa Dar es Salaam na Nairobi Mombasa. Sijamwona mpaka sasa wakufanana uomshepo sasa maneno manunguno na chuki eti maji unametongesha Uturuki uwajibu kurubuki penzi lako ni asali na mino nyuki kelele zao za chura kazi mimi tembo kumamani wanasema mchana na usiku atalala umebarikiwa sura kwenye shindano la warembo hata nikupe taji kwanza bado kijana ifanya pajana you're such a beautiful woman to be my one and only woman
Reaching out to all the massive on the African continent and introducing to the Pan-African Bliss Show with none other than Joby. Stay tuned. Andrew Robinson.
Yes, and of course, karibuni sana to yet another beautiful episode of the Pan-African Bliss right here on the Black Fire Network, media for the 21st century. Good morning, good afternoon to all our amazing listeners, our amazing audience. I hope you've had a wonderful night. I hope you're having a wonderful morning, whatever the time is, whatever the schedule is on your end. We appreciate you for being part of this amazing platform. Karibuni sana. My name is Joby. To the first-time listeners, kindly, in case it is your first time right here, do feel free to join us officially by subscribing or rather following us on whatever platform or rather whatever network you're literally streaming live with us. Regardless of that is in Facebook, on YouTube, or rather on Twitter, kindly do consider following us. Shout out to everyone also listening to me via the radio station. Remember, you can keep your sentiments, your comments coming via the show page. And of course, karibuni sana. Also on the website, you're given the chance to check our apparel store and also make use of the social page. Post some interesting stories, amazing videos that are linked to educating and enlightening us African people globally. Karibuni sana. And of course, to our first time visitors, rather also audience, you can join our website that is on the www.blackoutfirenetwork.com. 36 minutes past 12 p.m. I'm early today, a little bit. Of course, this is working on schedule time. This is exactly how it's supposed to be. But I hope for those who shall be able to catch up with me, I hope you shall be having an amazing discussion because today I'm coming in with a lot of documents, with a lot of evidence, and a lot of discussion. We shall be talking about Mali and the Human Rights Watch, which has come forth and has accused Mali foreign fighters of torturing civilians, displacement, and a lot of things. Then I shall be taking us back to a very amazing article that I'm grateful for into, reading and getting to know a lot of things when it comes to the military, how they have been funded, how they have been plotted literally to work in the African countries. We know it's all about resources. It's nothing to do with protection of African people, not the African lives. So we shall be debating on that because it is really, really crazy. And of course, we shall be talking about also what is going on in Algeria with the wildfires. It is getting crazy with African countries being mentioned that the so-called climate change and the heat waves, which are the ones who are causing these wildfires, it's now really affecting our dozens of people and it's killing right now multiple of people and a lot of more, a couple of things. But karibuni sana for now. Kindly do smash that like button as you tune in and let me know what's the time on your end. How are you feeling today? It is on a Tuesday. I don't know. I feel like personally I feel like I'm ahead of the week. I don't know. I think my week began very easy and I don't know. I feel like I'm ahead of the week. I feel like it's like a Thursday. I feel like I don't know. I just feel very, very different. But anyway, karibuni sana. I hope you are feeling amazing as well. I believe we began with a lot of positivity. So we continue like that. That was Otile Brown with Woman featuring Harmonize. We shall be getting back to one more banger of this. And of course, personally, Otile Brown anytime, any day. This guy is delivering. This guy is giving. This guy is talented. And we say again, condolences. He did lose his baby that is a couple months ago, but we move on. That is life, and some things maybe are meant to make us stronger or teach us a lesson. But karibuni sana once again. Enjoy. This is Sunina. We shall be back with a quote of the day.
Sonina, unanibamba so kitoto, fanya haraka uwai, inaoroso umepitiliza, follow me go, tamu chocolate, umeumba nipatia.
Friday, 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. The Pan-African Beast Show. Let's go.
Yes, and my quote of the day today is this is a funny African proverb, and it goes to my amazing African people because what we're gonna be debating today, just like what I said yesterday, I don't know what's gonna cost us, which cracker it's gonna cost us for us to be able to wake up and realize, we're being tortured, our lives are in danger. We need to stand up and cover for our lives and take responsibility of the changes we need for the African continent because these despots, again and again, they are not here for you. They are not here for you. Okay, but my quote of the day today says, unlike the brain, the stomach alerts you when it's empty. Unlike the brain, the stomach alerts you when it's empty. Your brain might be empty, but unlike your stomach, it alerts you when it's empty. And that is what it's gonna do because, like it says, unless our stomach touch our backbones, till we get back on that road to recognize that we really need revolution, I don't know what it's gonna take us. But that is my quote of the day. Unlike the brain, the stomach alerts you when it's empty. Take a thought of rather, think deeper about it, and let me know what you feel. And of course, pass your comment, rather your quote of the day, any proverb, anything you feel like is really educative. We're here for the positive vibes. But karibuni sana once again. Otile Brown with Sunina. We shall be back after this as we get straight into our discussion.
This kind of love, nimetafuta sipata jawabu, nimeshapima kafeli hesabu, nasemaga sinyali kama jini umenasa, mapepo wako umenikoroga, na kila chocho ukipinda wanapinda, Shingo zao zavunjika, sijakanisha nini? Kweli mapenzi chakula cha moyo, kanitala akili, aniendesha kabasi la Islando, aniwe utaniua wewe, mtoto umeweza, utaniua wewe.
Yes, and welcome back once again to the Pan African Bliss episode of today, 42 minutes past 12 p.m., right here in the 254, 18 minutes to 1 p.m. Let me know what's the time on your end. And if it is your first time, Karibu Sana on this amazing network, feel free to subscribe in case you are on YouTube. Feel free to follow us if you are on Facebook. Feel free to smash that like button as well. And shout out to everyone also on Twitter. Shout out to everyone on the radio station. And those who are with me also on Rumble. What's up? Let me know where are you tuned in and listening to me from. But of course, Karibuni Sana, like I said, today we shall be having an amazing conversation, and not really amazing because I come in with a lot of bitterness and should I say to our African people, to the despots, to the people controlling the despots and everyone in charge of ensuring the African people stay at the bottom. We have a lot to discuss today. I don't even know where to start because, like I said, our focus shall be focused on the Human Rights Watch, which has accused the Malian or the Mali foreign fighters of torturing the civilians. But are we shocked about this? Personally, I'm not, because despite even getting information on what has been going on, rather what right now, getting links onto how Africa has been operating, how the US corporations ain't really corporations, it's all about looting of resources. And they have done this by literally using politics. Through politics and election, these people have gotten their way in, out, and ensured African people are going to keep on living in a state of hoping and always waiting. No change, always hoping, waiting, elections, politics, and bullshit. So we shall be discussing about that. But for now, I think I want to start with what is going on in parts of Senegal and in Egypt, because yesterday there's an amazing conversation I had Katie talk about, and that was about I think she discussed about Italy, them having a conference which is to discuss about the migrants, the migrants and all that. We also saw the Tunisia did sign a deal also on fleeing the immigrants and all that. And this is actually bringing a very big attention, especially for me as an African person and who understands what has been going on in our continent. This is up to no good. I understand the Italian she's the vice president, but if I can remember her name, the lady who came in defense of how African children are being exploited by France and all that. As much as she has come in defense of African people, personally, I'll say, like I always say, you might change your costume, but it doesn't mean you've changed being a clown. You still a clown. You might you might do some makeup, you might do some, whatever they apply on the skin, but it doesn't change who you are. You did remain the same people. But what is going on? This situation in Egypt and in Senegal, because we've seen in Senegal for, I think, the last 3 weeks, we've been reporting news of people missing, boats shrinking and all that, and we hear people have died. And I think the latest one I had was about, I think it was Libya. There's one that Katie reported, I think the one from Rwanda, where we had 10 children who died, And I had the mainstream media recording or from their information saying that for the longest time, for the last 10 years, children have been dying through this process. And this is because of 1, 2, 3 process, because there's no fast one. We don't even have proper infrastructures. When you talk about infrastructures, we talk about creation. We have literally nothing. Everything is created from just rotten bullshit. When you talk about rotten woods, this is what Ruto is talking about. We're exporting the good trees, and now we're planting some genetically modified trees. We can't even make good boats out of it. We're seeing boats right now sinking like no man's business. Africans used to make legit things. But right now, it's funny how Chinese are the best producers of everything. But anyway, that's not the main agenda. So what is going on in Senegal? Let me read this very quickly. They're saying that Senegal has faced a new tragedy on the migration route linking West Africa to the Canary Island. And at least 15 lifeless bodies were found yesterday morning off Dakar. And they're saying that they were migrants are Priera. The deputy mayor of the Okum district gave this information, and they're saying that the gardens and the firefighters were on the beach in this district of the capital below and the cliff-topped. I don't even want to read all this heavy terms that I can't even understand. They're saying that a total 17 victims were counted, including 15 lifeless bodies and 2 survivors. One, why do we have African people? Like just yesterday, we had Katie questioning, why do we have African people running away? We have leaders who are supposed to secure and give us jobs. We have put them in power to give us, not to make us keep on hoping, to fulfill a dream they sold to us. So why isn't all of this happening? Why do African people have to keep on leaping another country where we're not even needed, and our countries are slowly being invaded by the people who are literally funding us bullshit, funding us nonsense? The displacement of African people is not just, this is being done on purpose. And I saw that video too. The one I saw, the Ghanaians jumping out of a bus, running away because they were supposed to be taken to the airport, fled back to Ghana probably. That is not just, this is something they have projected so well. And man, I'm so tired of white people at this point. You ever lacked words for people? Like, you ever lacked words for creatures? Because these people ain't even people. These Neanderthals should not be called people anymore. They should be named by the names that they literally bear. Animals. Animals. It's crazy how they seeing African people at the bottom worldwide, this shit makes them happy. It makes them so happy. It's like an addiction, you know. It's like a drug addiction. It makes them so happy. So today we have 17, at least 15, like they say, 15 lifeless bodies. Those are African people. But if it were Chinese, investigations would be done. Why this happened? What was wrong with the boat? Oh my God, 5 billionaires disappeared, or whatever happened with the submarine. This caused a whole worldwide attention, literally. They drew attention on one major issue, but not African people. And it goes on and on. And then it's just crazy. At this point, African people, like I said, unlike the brain, unless your stomach touches, unless, you know, your stomach is empty, because your stomach will alert you when it's empty, unlike your brain. Our brains are so damn asleep. And we can't literally just keep on waiting for our stomachs to be angry so that also the brain can knock the shit out of. No, our brains need to be woke. African people, we need to stop running away from this continent. I don't want to repeat everything because it's the same notion you keep on talking about. It's the same repetition on the same debate. I see in Egypt, you can see from my screen the image I'm sharing right here. These are African people, Sudanese literally. We know the war that has been going on in Sudan. The whole African continent is under a destruction. All just because of resources that they can't keep their hands off. Resources that they are not paying for. We are paying for our own goddamn shit. These are Sudanese right here struggling in Egypt. You know Egypt majority. You know Egypt originally who are there, but we know who are there right now. So you tell me these people are going to survive in that country? You tell me these people, African people, are going to survive in that country? No income, no food, no help. And then we have the so-called leaders. That is another thing. Bring my attention back there. We have now the so-called leaders. What are these leaders representatives of? What do they? Who do they lead? Who do they stand for? Who do they protect? You don't protect none of your citizens. You sell out your citizens. You are part of chasing away your citizens. You ensure your citizens don't get what they deserve because that's what you've been appointed for. So why are you on that seat? That is one question, African people, we, African people, not the despot, not any politician, not any MC, MP. You, African people, waking up and questioning this. Who are these opposition leaders we're following, left, right, and center? It's a high time you wake up. It's a high time you use the common senses right now. Again, like I said, there's a lot coming, man. There's a lot. There's a lot we don't even know because these people are 100 years ahead of us in terms of what they are planning or what they have been planning. It's true, you know. You can't save everyone. So we have that situation of migrants, people running away from Africa. They're not even gonna get literally further to where they're going. Hey, your life ends right here. Okay? The deal signed, whatever is done, maybe under the sea, how they wreck the ships, the boats, they know. How these people just disappear, the bodies not found, others not found, they know. And it's always African people. So we have that. We have the immigrants. We have people running away from the continent. And we have people who have chosen to stay in the continent but will still be killed. Draw my attention back to Nigeria. That is what I'm going to be talking about next. As I read this very quickly, I hope I didn't lose it. I think I lost it. As I read this, you remember us reading about the military, how the US has staged the military and they have enabled, through their military, they have been able to destabilize Africa, which they're still doing. I was asking the AI today, let me see if I can read this very, I think I lost it. But I was asking the AI today, which are the 10 evil things that the US government has done to destroy Africa. And the AI corrected me and it said, you cannot use terms like evil because the US government does not intend harm towards the continent. It has brought colonization despite the exploitation that has been mentioned. Yeah, he said despite colonization, exploitation, and all that, still the US government has enabled African countries to build infrastructures, to be able to be stable, to stand up economically and all that. That is the AI giving me that answer. It said first, you cannot use terms as evil. So which terms do we use for these people who are slowly wiping away our people? Which are the best terms? Artificial intelligence. It's crazy. But let me read this very quickly. I remember me sharing this with you guys. I don't want to read the whole of it. I don't want to get to the important part to why I want to read this Nigerian story. Because if you guys can remember the NSAS that happened in 2020, we had a bunch of people, civilians, who were killed. And this is a story till to date. Like, again, it's African people. Nobody gets to get justice, especially the African families that have been victims of this kind of situations. Police brutality, which we saw so happening in Kenya, and apparently Kenya and Nigeria happen to be the were mentioned in this article that I read last week, and part of which the military bases, the military forces have been placed to literally be able to stop people from knowing what is rightfully theirs. So what is going on in this situation in Nigeria? Let me read this very quickly. There is literally an outrage in Nigeria that leaked after a memo showed the Lagos state government had approved 77,000 US dollars for a mass burial of 103 people. One, where did this money go? That is my number one question. There was money that was literally given. Listen, there is an outrage in Nigeria after a leak memo showed the Lagos state government had approved 77,000 US dollars for a mass burial of 103 people. Where did this money go? But they go ahead and say who have been linked, the 303 people who have been linked to the history of the 2020 and hashtag NSAS protest against the police brutality. And some Nigerians have expressed shock and said the victims scheduled to be buried were demonstrators allegedly killed by the army at the Lekki toll gate shooting on the 20th October during the protest. The number of those who died has also been a source of controversy in Nigeria, with the military initially denying anyone had been killed. However, a judicial panel of inquiry had reported that 9 protesters were killed and 4 presumed dead. So in general, they're trying to say only 12 bodies were literally wounded. They go ahead and say the government denies 103 bodies are from the Lekki incident, describing such interpretations are misleading. The permanent secretary to the Lagos State Ministry of Health, Dr. Dr. Ogbaye, Ogbaye, explained that the bodies were picked up from the list 12 locations across the state in the aftermath of hashtag NSAS violence and community clashes, including a jailbreak at Ikoyi prison. The peddle of the news are deliberately misinterpreting and sensationalizing a letter from Lagos State Government Public Procurement Agency. One, that is what the mainstream media says. That is what is going on. So apparently there was money allocated for this burial of these bodies, 103 bodies that were literally killed. Allegedly they say, okay, they were killed by the army at the Lekki toll gate shooting. Let me take you back now to this article that I read, and I read for you guys. Let me see. Where do I start? Okay, so partnerships with elite African military units enable the US to rely on proxy forces in cases where America is not officially at war and where the presence of US troops would garner scrutiny, scrutiny if I'm getting it correctly. And this US trained elite African military units are often touted as the most professional and capable fighting forces in the respective countries. However, excuse me, according to the 2019 article in the journal Current Anthropology, they are also the least accountable and most likely to brutally exercise their own authority domestically. So we go back to what is going on and what Nigerians are saying. They're saying that some Nigerians have expressed shock and said victims are scheduled to be buried parade were demonstrators allegedly killed by the army. The army. Okay, we go back. The army. The army. Africa, do we have any army? Any? The last time I checked, no. So they're saying that even in scenarios where these security forces are deployed for ostensibly humanitarian purposes, as in the case of Ebola outbreak in the West Africa, they have resorted the urban warfare tactics against civilians in the name of containing the spread of disease. Equally significant, AFRICOM cultivation of the elite military units has prompted in internal division within national militaries across the continent. In Somali, the sheer number of U.S. led training of different security bodies within the country has spurred competition for power among security actors. The formation and training of these elite units also causes division between the special forces and the common soldiers, a phenomenal political scientist Ibrahim Idris described as military caste system. It's partly in the context that analysts have drawn direct link between U.S. military training and the wave of coups that have taken place in recent years, like Guinea, for example. America Green Berets trained a special forces unit led by the Colonel Mandi Dombuya, who went to lead the coup in 2021 September, and in Mali, the colonel who seized power in 2020 in Mali, which is our main focus of the day. In Mali. So here coups. This is just crazy. The colonel in Mali, the colonel who seized power in 2020, who was the leader of elite's special forces unit, both were alumni of the annual training program known as Flint Clock, sponsored by the U.S. military. By the mid-90s, military coups in Africa had become an exemption rather than the norm. But the events of the past few years may signal the return of growing political instability. And while the mainstream news outlets often frame these developments as the outcome of local tensions, the role of the U.S. military in training and embodying certain armed actors is increasingly difficult to deny. America alignment with unpopular, which was my main point which I wanted to get to, America's alignment with unpopular regimes that are friendly to the U.S. interests has also provided cover for those regimes to crack down on the protest and dissent in the name of security. Growing frustration with abuses by security forces spawned new activist movements across the continent, including Missing Voices in Kenya and #EndSARS in Nigeria, which called for the abolition of the country's deadly secretive police force known as the Special Anti-Robbery Squad. That is the SARS. And now that is what happened. We can see what we have the facts of how they work, how they organize, how they are funded, and then you can't tell us this is all. You want to say Nigerians are stupid, and you, as much as you say African people, we're not stupid to just claim bodies of dead bodies. African fear death like no man's business. So we don't like nobody likes seeing dead bodies to just claim like we had 103 people. So we had $77,000 for this mass burial. What happened to this money? That is my question. And why is it that the government of Nigeria, that is to our ex-president, Mr. Buhari, who left the country at its best position, shout out to him, and the new elected, boot-licking old Negro of a leader, why are you what are you hiding? What don't you want people to know? What is it that you're hiding? That is one thing I want to know. Why are you hiding the facts, the truth from the people? Or you don't want people to know what you're truly animals? You've been animalized. Man, somehow we have to. This is why we need to. Somehow we need to get our shit correct. We need we need to get our shit. We need to start eating right. We need to start gazing. We need to get our bodies correct somehow. We need to do this, because if I try think deeper, even these presidents, we don't know if they are presidents anymore. We don't know who we're working with. No idea of who we are working with, who are leading us. If they are humans or reptilians or just AIs, some artificial human beings that have been trained for the longest time, that have no humanity because they ain't even one. It's just crazy, manze. It's just crazy. But at this point, African people, you need to stick to your point. They say it's 12 bodies, you say it's 100, and you stick to that. You have the truth. And I believe there are people who have truth outside there, the body. Probably there's always some truth outside there that they don't want people to know. And there's always someone who knows something. It is insane. But I see Joe Mosquito Karibu Sana is saying, hello, Joby. How are you this morning? I'm good. I hope you're good to you. To you too. I hope you're doing amazing. And Karibu Sana. I'm just talking about what is going on in Nigeria. I began with the situation of literally where we just seen African people being killed innocently. And nobody is going to ever be held accountable again. And I believe this is also the same thing I was talking about yesterday. We're not talking about the cough syrup. But if you try look at the continent, each African country is under a certain distraction. It's either the LGBTQ, it's either the resources, it's either Pop is in the country, it's either Putin is somewhere, it's either Bill Gates. There's always somewhere, there's always some distraction going on. Every African coon despot leaders, they're so busy. These people barely rest. There's a time I heard that Biden uses drip to help him sleep. I don't know which type of drip. But if you imagine that is the type of situation he has to live in, to be able to generate energy, then it's crazy. It's just crazy, manze. It's crazy. But I see Kit also saying that same as Kenya are using live bullets, but since it's Africa, nobody goes to prison. Exactly. And that's the thing. This way, I don't know, man, how to even say this. Have you ever tried finding ways of how you can talk to people by you don't know how to make it very simple for them to understand? But I hope this message passes to African people, We need to look at our enemies. They're just within us. Start with the people who have made our lives to be what it is. We're talking about poverty. I was trying to look at the facts about the climate change because we've seen so far right now we have about 10 African countries which are now affected by climate change. We have Algeria right now, which is affected by wildfires, and about some few people have already died. Tunisia, the same. The heat wave is so crazy in Tunisia. I don't know which country is next. We have a couple that have been mentioned. We had I think we had Guinea. I can't remember all of them, but we had Guinea. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. We have Mozambique, Zimbabwe, Malawi, South Sudan, Niger. It's insane. I think I also saw Mali there. Yeah. It is just super crazy. It is crazy. But I see Kitty also saying that that's not even the original Biden. That is what I'm saying now, even with these African despots too. What if somehow, because right now, man, it's so evident, especially with this AI thing. I was seeing the Hollywood movie production, a certain Hollywood movie production was telling the actors that they don't need to be physically now on movies. They can just go be scanned and to get I don't know. Let me get the actual facts of what I'm saying. Don't want to say what I'm not sure. Let me get the actual facts. Let me get the actual facts of that. Well, mm, okay, it was something to do. If I get it, I'll share it maybe on the WhatsApp. I'll share it with you guys. But it was something to do with the AI replacement of the Hollywood actors and all that. But it's just super, super crazy. African people, we need to really, really wake up. We need to wake up. We need to wake up. I was trying to think, yeah, maybe I should not even go on the dark web anymore for now. Like I should keep it easy because I try to imagine for our people and even me how angry I get when I see some things and how triggered I get. Maybe I'm not ready for that. Maybe I just need to dig deeper of how evil these people are, and all that. I just need to do that. Dig a little bit deeper, see a little bit raw truth with some articles and all that. I can tolerate reading for a while. I can tolerate reading and all that. So this is crazy. It is super, super insane. I try at this point. I'm just, you ever been blank in your mind? You're trying to reason for the people, but I can't fathom my thoughts at all. How we can just tap into the minds of the Africans right now, if we really can. Because if we're able to demonstrate, if you, I don't know, it's just crazy. It's crazy and it's sickening. It's crazy. These crackers just managed to get their way just through the mindset. Just so bad. Like, they just managed to capture the mindset so bad. So bad. And then the thing called politics, government, this destroyed everything. The ruling of people like this. And then we have the despots. And then now take a poor despot now. Mix it all together. Not only is he a despot, not only is he indoctrinated too. Oh my God. Then show them something called money. And they don't know the worth of their resources. It's so bad. This shit is just so, so bad. It's so bad. It's so bad to see the image of African people globally. We're beggars. Literally. The audacity of the AI. I'm going to pull that again just right now. I asked the AI what's the most evil thing, 10 evil things that the US government has done. It said that no, you cannot say evil. The US government has not done anything evil to Africans but help. And the help we're reading right here is about torture. The help we're about to discuss right now about the Human Rights Watch, who I don't even know who they are, who appointed them, who created this Human Rights Watch. Just this Human Rights Watch. They know how our humanity runs. They are the analysts, the clarifiers, the declares, the predictors and prophets of human rights. Who created human rights? Or the same people that control Africa, the same people who want to keep on eating off Africa. Human rights. It's just crazy. Kitty saying that's a lie, Joby. There is no global climate change. There isn't. Of course, these wildfires is them causing it. Remind me again. I think it was in Senegal, or it was in Senegal, right? The ones we had, apart from the one they chopped down the trees, we had another one in 2019, 2020, 2018, 2019. We had a wildfire in one of these African countries that did cause literally burn A big, huge forest, like a huge forest, a huge one, like 2 acres of trees and all that. It's crazy. But anyway, it's saying that a fake European NGO, Joby, that's who they are exactly. Human rights. They are accusing the Mali foreign fighters. The human rights are accusing the foreign fighters. Same people. It's funny how these people operate. Same people are accusing each other. Actually, same person operating the same shit, the same organization, the same person ruling the continent, and the same person who was, oh my God, I'm just tired. You are accusing. It's like this is actually like an accusation of saying Africa has no peace. Africa can never have any peace unless we have them, the fighters, the best, because this article said that they always come in the name of the best. They have fought the best. They have fought the best. Whatever is the best war. They have tackled the best. Yeah, it's crazy. It is crazy. The same people created the organization, the same people bringing these foreign fighters, the same people funding the foreign fighters, the Al Shabaabs, the Al Jihadists, the Al Qaeda, and everything, are now accusing themselves of how they're torturing people in Africa. The same people will come tell us how Africa children are being exploited, but the same people will say, we have signed a deal with your country, we need resources. But where are the machines? No, you are the machine. Your country has no jobs. You want the job. You want to put food in your stomach. Since you can't use your brain and your stomach is going to alert you it's empty, you want some food. That is the quote of the day that I gave. That is just exactly the quote. Unlike the brain, the stomach alerts you when it's empty. Our brains, these people know our brains, like there is nothing. They know Africans, it's all about hand to mouth situation, because that is how these people have successfully been destroyed Africa. Okay, I won't say it's completely destroyed, but where we're heading, man, I don't know. It's crazy in the countries are waking up. You see, today you hear it's Nigeria, this Congo is this, and it's not even one. Every African country is active. That is what I just actually came to figure. Every African despot is busy working for these crackers like no man's business. They are not resting. This is why you see them so pressured, and the citizens are gonna question, oh, why are you losing weight? Oh, yeah. They're being pressured. These people barely rest. You're busy working your ass off night and day, traveling in and outside the country for nonsensical meetings that do not concern your people, not even you. I don't understand when white people just had to understand black people's problem. And how we allowed that to happen is just so. I just wish I just wish to see Africa wake up. That's just all I really hope. For real. It's gonna be beautiful waking up reporting positive news. Today, Kenya, we have built a very beautiful parliament. From henceforth, we're gonna be able to bring our own discussions of African problems in this country, which is part of the African continent. And not even countries. We're just gonna be maybe naming locations. I don't know how. you know, it's gonna be so pretty seeing Africa work like that. Being able to solve our own problems, our own solutions. We can't keep on being led, being thought on, someone having to think on our behalf, and their thoughts is full of nothing but shit. Shit. They can feed you shit. So now imagine their thoughts. Ugh, you can't even process that. You can't. Stop trying. Keith is saying that exactly 100%, Joby. This it's them doing it, and just saying exactly 100%. They fund both sides an issue to keep them complex to control. Exactly, exactly. But let me read exactly what is going on in Mali. As we wind up, I see they're saying that. Get that very correctly. Excuse me. Yeah, they're saying that the Human Rights Watch has accused Mali armed forces and foreign fighters thought to be from Russia, Wagner Group, of widespread abuses, including executing dozens of civilians and torturing the detainees. It said that the atrocities were committed over the last 7 months in response to the presence of Islamist group in the central Mopit and central Mopit regions. And the eyewitnesses say that in March they saw helicopters flying low, shooting at the villagers. Where did these helicopters come from? Where do these helicopters come from? No one is gonna answer that. Of course, they're saying that in February they found the bodies of 8 men who had just been detained, and Mali's foreign minister said that he was not aware of the. Let's rewind that. Okay. Yeah, they're saying the Mali foreign minister said he was not aware. Mali foreign minister said he was not aware of the abuses and denied that any foreign forces were involved in operation with the military. Of course, it's African people involved. It's African people being killed and shot, killed because of resources, because they don't want to leave their place. So you have to take it by force. Your time is coming, you crackers, man. Your time is coming. Your time is coming. And man, I want to be here to celebrate. And yes, I'm not coming back. I'm not being born in no America. I want to come back here. I want to see my motherland prosper. I want to come back African, but right here. Okay? I want to see either I speak life, and if it doesn't happen very sooner, after maybe I live my 100 years, let me get the opportunity to see happen in my next life. Because this crackers time must come. You you go killing people. You go literally. This has been an experimental lab for you. This is what they have made Africa literally. This is nothing. This continent has been made nothing but an experimental laboratory. Take the monkeys themselves, take the people, take the children, the ovaries, what again? The resources. You're here to literally experiment your shit, and you're not experimenting you are experimenting brutally. Your time is coming. Your time is coming for you. You crackers, your time is coming. That is all I can say for now. Okay? White people, your time is coming. Bet sure for that. Bet know that. Okay? I know you're listening. I know you're watching. I know you see me, but your time is coming. That is for sure. That is for sure. This is not gonna stay, it's not gonna stick for long. This, when men are gonna get back into their masculinity, not while you when men are gonna get back into their masculinity, and our women not literally being dominated also by our men, not being looked down upon, us empowering each other, building back the black power. You're not ready. You are not ready. You ain't ready. That is all I'll say for now. You've managed to fund, you've managed to take control, you are mind controlling. Oh God. You control everything. This shit is just crazy. Everything. You imagine everything. Even me speaking to you right now. These people are controlling everything. Your time is coming. That shit just hit me hard yesterday night after the show. I was just seated now. I watched an animation. I was watching an animation. I didn't watch the V Visitors yet. So I was like, it was something to do with technology that I'm like, wait. Do you understand how spied we are? Like, how we are very spied. Like, we have no freedom at all, literally. We have nothing called freedom. And this is not even as black people globally. We have nothing called freedom. We are monitored. We are oh my God. I know this is not a shock, of course. You all know this. But hey, to my fellow African people, for those who don't know this, please wake up. Google is watching you. The Google is they are really inspecting you so bad. It's so crazy. We have it hits me. I think it hit me after also after after the show, after that lady's conversation of Kali Russell's case, you know. After Kali Russell's discussion on yesterday's show, it hit me. If these people are capable, I mean, they can go to your search engine. Now imagine how many calls of viewers they are. These people are spying on every and on our calls. So if I'm literally talking nasty to my boyfriend, these people are literally inspect. Oh my God, this shit is sick. It's not funny, and it's not funny at all. We have no freedom. We are enslaved, and we're gonna be much more enslaved because I've seen they're coming with a new there's something to do with the passport. I've seen, let me just share this very quickly with you as I leave. I've seen that the date Brits must pay visa fee to rent 30 countries, including Italy and Spain. And they're saying that the Dutch Brits will have to pay visa fee to enter 30 countries, including Spain and Italy. And Brits will soon be paying to travel permit to go on holiday to the EU as the consequence of Brexit, which is with extensive details required from each applicant about their employment, address, and medical records. But of course, this is bullshit. This has nothing to do with Brexit. This is the enclosure of literally all the countries. We know this is something we know the lockdown of where people will not be able to leave their own countries. It's an extension of the 15-minute cities that is coming to every country one by one. That is what it is. It is the agenda of being orchestrated by the World Economic Forum and all that. Being locked down, being enslaved, being imprisoned. That is what we are about to experience. And I'm just talking about the bare minimum of freedom right now. You can use your phones and everything. But now imagine if it comes to travel, that is going to be worse. Traveling, what you're going to eat, how much you can spend. What? I think some I feel pity for you guys in the diaspora. You guys are eating some shitty food. For real. Africa, I think summer we are safe. And this is why we need, actually, for those who can wake up, do a bunch of agriculture. It's going to save a lot of us. Because the genetically modified chickens, eggs, and all that is a lot. I was seeing yesterday there's some frozen strawberries that have been causing hepatitis A and has literally infected so far 15 people. In which country? I can't remember in which state. But if I get that again, I'll share with you. I think I saw it on TikTok. Yeah, it's crazy. It is insane. It's insane. African people. If we just knew what we're dealing with, the people we're dealing with, the people we think they are our friends to smile with, I feel pity for the young ladies. I feel pity. I feel pity. But I hope Jesus saves you. Because I can't save you, you know. I can't. I can't. But anyway, much love, family. Let me finish it up right there. See, Kit is saying that exactly, you're saying at yeah, exactly 100% Joby, no freedom. And you're saying that I already told you this, Joby, and you're saying 100% the Rothschild and the Rockefellers agenda. Yeah, it is. I know, yeah, I know. I'm not surprised in everything. I just feel the pity of where and how our African people and how late it's gonna be discovering some things when it is too late. I think I was to share this on the WhatsApp chat, but I didn't. And I saw, sorry, excuse me, I saw this. There's this Tori. She's called Tori who? She's been admitted because of the blood clots. We know what. They know what. Tori Kelly. I don't know if she is an artist or the Grammy winning award singer, all that. She has been hospitalized after collapsing. The singer is now being treated for blood clots around major organs. And I went through the comments, and the saddest thing I could see is black people. I'm so sorry. Because I went viewing every profile to confirm. Read the comment and confirm. I could see Jesus protect me, Jesus cover her in the name of Jesus. Jesus, nothing but just Jesus, 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 Jesus. And I'm like, what? I understand. But at this point, anyone with all this information we linked into of what has been going on, Ice Cube saying it, bunch of artists saying it right now when they couldn't, when they were lying to us to take it. But anyway, story for another day. Much love, family. Hope you guys you're saying that the talking will save them. That is John Mosquito. I hope they do so. You know, if it helps them, well, good for them. You know, you can't go talking, and not every place is to talk. Like those ladies talking for their ancestors. Who told you they needed some? Crazy. But much love, family. Have yourselves a beautiful morning, a beautiful day, whatever the time is on your end. This has been today's episode of the Pan African Bliss. See you guys tonight on the Africa Today show. Kamlesh and I shall be on the ones and twos having some amazing conversation that is on the radio station and on TikTok. So if you can't tune in, kindly do so. Request some music. 2 hour session of just good vibes. So do find time if you can to tune in, and if you can tune in on the Black Kings frequency, that is with the Char and Kamlesh. We shall be also having Katie outside and Shumani on the words of the streets and a lot more. But I see Joe Muscuri saying that Joby, you have to take up a yoga or something to get rid of all that builds up anger. Oh, okay. I don't know, man. You're also saying that people are fighting now and waking up. They will not get away with this agenda, Joby. Exactly. I hope so, man. I really hope so. I really hope so. Because I think with the white people being the first people to recognize a bunch of things more than we black people, you know, I hope I hope things change very quick. I hope actions are taken very quick. But anyway, much love, family. Have yourselves a beautiful day. See you guys tonight. And do remember to smash that like button. For those who shall be catching this on a replay, kindly, I do hope you get to leave your comments, sentiments regarding your thoughts on this amazing, amazing conversation. What are your thoughts regarding this the Africa. What do you think we need to do so that we can literally be able to change? Because Africa, the change is all on us. These people ain't here to make a change for us. They're there for their pot-bellied stomachs, balloon-like stomachs. I don't know if you guys know a potty. I don't know how to call a potty. I don't know if you guys know this. Let me show you. This is what their stomachs look like as I leave. Don't know if I can, like, if I don't get it the correct one. Um, potty, baby pot, yeah. It's called a baby pot. So yeah, that's how their stomach look like. You ever seen the bottom of a baby's baby pot? That is how their stomachs look like, literally, because that is the need they are in there for. Look good, to look like their life is doing amazing, but while you're all starved and suffer. But much love. See you guys later.
Well, this is the Pan-African Police Show. Let's go.
Yes, you got it right, John Mosquito. Pot belly.
Follow me,